So, yesterday we talked about how feelings are in the body and reactions are in the head, how the practice of leadership and of being human is learning to feel before you react, which is the opposite of how most of us navigate challenging situations. I know I do. Something pops up, I am a fiery reactive. So today I want to take this idea of feelings being in the body, reactions being in the head. I want to take it one step further because there's another way most of us have learned to not feel. We grab a snack. We eat our feelings. I know I get stressed. I get overwhelmed. I certainly do. And it's not at all a criticism. It is one of the most human, most understandable, most universal things we do. Something hard happens and we reach for our favorite snack, not because we're hungry, but because we want the feeling to stop. So that is why we're having this conversation, because it is a leadership challenge, because it's a life challenge, it's a human challenge. And it's something I have done my whole life. And what I'm really learning, is that it was never about the food. Food is convenient. It's immediate. It delivers a moment of relief that is real for about 30 seconds. And then the feeling is still there. Plus, now there's a layer of guilt or shame about the food right on top of it. And what do? We reach for the snack again. Not because we're broken, but because we were never taught another way. And here's what I'm understanding about this cycle. If you don't allow a feeling to begin, you also don't allow it to end. So every time I have reached for food to make a feeling stop, I wasn't ending the feeling. I was interrupting it, sending it underground, and it would always come back the next time I wanted a snack, at the next meal, in the next hard moment, in the meeting where something landed harder than it should have, because it was carrying everything I hadn't let myself feel yet. The feelings we eat don't disappear, they just wait. And here's the leadership parallel in that. Eating our feelings is just one version of a much bigger pattern. The pattern of not letting ourselves feel what we actually feel, of finding something, food, busyness, scrolling, overworking, perfectionism, go on and on and on, of finding something to put between us and whatever is trying to surface in the body. Oh my gosh, that is so good for me. Remember, feelings are in the body. And when we eat over them, work over them, scroll past them, pick your poison, we're not resolving them. We're just moving them out of awareness temporarily. And in leadership, that pattern has a cost. The feelings we avoid are going to show up anyway, as irritability, as defensiveness, as the distance that creeps into our relationships, as the exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix, because it's not tiredness, it's the weight of everything we've been carrying without acknowledging it. The practice that I've been building slowly is this, and it's so important for me. And it's so freaking empowering, because what I'm realizing, you guys, is it's not about the food. It is about what's happening within me. The next time I reach for food and I'm not hungry, I pause. I've been asking myself, am I hungry? What's really going on with me? And sometimes I am. But I pause just for a moment and I ask myself, what am I actually feeling right now? Not in my head, in my body. Where is it sitting? What does it feel like? I don't have to solve it. I don't have to process it or fix it or make it make any sense. I just name it. I let it be there for one honest moment. I even say things like, oh, there you are. There's that sadness. There's that anger. There's that frustration. That's it. That is the whole practice. And what I'm finding is that feelings that are actually felt, even briefly, even like seconds, they move, they shift, they complete themselves. And I get to be present for my actual life instead of constantly managing what's underneath it. I told you when I launched this series a couple of days ago how important this work was for me. I hope it's helpful for you too. So here's your reflection for today. When do you reach for food or anything else when what you're actually hungry for is something completely different? And what are you really hungry for in those moments? Sit with that. It is worth the discomfort. There is growth on the other side. What a great way to take care of yourself and ultimately each other. And if this is resonating, would you please reach out and let me know? Send me a note on LinkedIn at Andrea Butcher. You can also email me at andrea@abundantempowerment.com. I'm telling you, this is important work. It's game changing for me. I'm feeling it. And I set about doing this series very purposefully. I was very thoughtful about what I wanted to share and convey, and I'm really trusting that, and I need some feedback. So please take a few seconds if it is having that, and just let me know. It will be really helpful. I always say we're in this together, and we are. So I'll look forward to hearing from you.